was like 7 or 8 years in a row where I had off-season surgery.
It might have been blessings for us. Forces you to
be in the building. I would have been out of here.
Right, especially as a young player. As my man Charles Barkley says, bro, you got somebody with the money and time and bad habits. It ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, Chuck. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a wondrous show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Suave Men. No nonsense, self-care for men. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Shout out to the Cavs, baby.
Yeah.
It's playoff basketball, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go. Number 1 seed. Oh, God, you got to love it, man. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Jason, tell the people what we got coming up.
Okay, first I got to touch on this no-nonsense self-care. Do you remember Brian Regan, the stand-up comedian?
I'm better with faces with comedians.
I'm pretty sure Regan had a bit where he would, the no-nonsense, well, what about the nonsense self-care? Like, and that's all I can think of is like no nonsense, like, are they just saying all the other self-care is nonsense self-care?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're saying.
What's a nonsense self-care for men item? Beard oil?
No.
That feels pretty nonsensical to me.
No, I think beard oil is solid.
Solid? That's a no-nonsense? What else is self-care for men? What's another men product?
Another men product.
No nonsense.
Nonsense would probably be like
Gold Bond powders. Like, why does that product still exist?
You're right. Now with like compression shorts, you don't need that stuff.
And even if without compression shorts, they got to make some type of gel that is more efficient than this powder getting all over the fucking place.
No, man, the powders, you got to keep it dry. That's what keeps it sliding around. If you put a lubricant in there, it'll get too fucking moist.
Yeah, but they make those gels that have like a powdery gel. It just seems a little archaic to be throwing like cornstarch, zinc oxide dust into the air and then rubbing it on your pants.
You're big. All right.
I'm a big chafing guy. I know. I do my research on my ingredients.
Yeah, and you're big on the environment. I didn't know
That's right. I'm all into no nonsense self-care. This nonsense self-care can kick rocks. All right. Coming up on this episode, we've got another great episode for you guys. It's mostly just going to be the fellas today. That's right.
Hey,
hope you enjoyed all the guests we've had on. And yes, we have heard your feedback. We will have a Chiefs player on soon. Note to Travis, please ask a Chief so that they can stop bitching at Brandon and Jake that we don't have any Chiefs on.
I didn't realize we didn't have any Chiefs on. I got the perfect guy.
Who are we rolling with? Creed? Trey?
I just said that so that it could like lead up to me.
Oh, okay. So we don't have the perfect guy yet. Okay. Well, Creed, I'm hoping it's you. Anyways, today we're going to check in with the NFL offseason. That's right. A lot of things happening. The draft is coming up.
Yes, sir.
It's an exciting time in the NFL landscape. Teams are back in the building next week. I guess some are back in this week, maybe. We're also going to do a little mock draft ourselves.
How about it?
In the form of an NFL draft around some nonsense categories. And also, our first NFL expert will be stopping by.
Ooh.
We talked about a couple weeks ago doing a salary cap episode.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a salary cap expert on the episode today.
Yeah. The 92%ers, they spoke up.
They did. Hopefully, this is the start to a bunch of NFL experts, whether it's equipment managers, people that work in the league office. I'd love to take this show to new heights. I think both Travis and I would like to take the show to new heights and our fan base to new heights with our understanding of the inner workings of the NFL. That's right.
I'm with you.
All righty. Now it's time for New News.
New News coming in high.
New News is brought to you by American Express.
Yes, it is. It is. All right now. Don't leave home without it.
New News, I've been nominated for Outstanding Personality and Emerging On-Air Talent, Sports Emmy.
Ooh, you're up against Ryan Fitzmagic? You're fucking done, dude. That guy's the best.
I mean, look at all these.
Nick
everybody
Saban?
in this list,
Man, if he smiled, he would have won it, but he doesn't smile.
I think he still is going to win it. Saban killed it on College Game Day.
Richard Sherman, Prime Video, baby. And then Jay Wright, CBS and TNT, the old Villanova coach, Jay Wright.
Yep. Jay's awesome. He's an incredible coach, and he's been killing it on CBS. How about Prime Video? TNF has two emerging talents in Ryan Fitzpatrick and Richard Sherman. Both of those
Sherman
guys
fucking
awesome.
kills it, man. Yeah, you already
He
know.
does.
Both of them are the absolute best. And fucking hell of football players, too.
Yep. Ryan Fitzpatrick, also fellow Wave podcaster. That's right.
Okay, shout out to Ryan Fitz. Him and Fitz and Wit.
It's not Fitz Magic and Wit. I thought it was going to be. All right. Anyways, Fitz and Wit. All right. Here we go. Past winners of this award are Noah Eagle in 2024 and Greg Olson in 2023.
G-Reg, my motherfucking dog.
Some good company right there.
What a guy, man.
Yeah, listen, it's my third nomination for a sports Emmy.
Yeah, you're killing it, man. You got to get one. You got to get one eventually.
I'm really good at getting nominated, whether it's sports Emmys, sexiest man of the year. I'm a great nomination.
Yeah, you're
not a great winner.
You're a ribbon winner. You're a ribbon winner. We need you to win the award, Jason, but you're getting ribbons.
Like we can't put our finger on it. We like him, but he's just not the best.
Yeah,
Story of my life. There we go.
You're my favorite, Jason.
I'm the Travis Kelce brother Emmy Award winner.
Dude, I'll tell you what you did win an Emmy for, my heart for, was this Bloodsport parody with Bo Allen. We've got a new garage beer commercial coming your way. The long-awaited Bloodsport parody that Jason and Bo have been brewing up. And if there was an actual Bloodsport, who is winning, you or Bo? That's the real question.
I'm beating the fuck out of Bo. I'm just way smarter than him. I outsmarted him for years playing offensive line, center versus nose guard. He's a brute force guy. He thinks about things very simplistically. You know, thus Kelce's. We're flanking.
Come on now.
We're flanking the fuck out of Bo Allen.
We're deception is what we are.
That's right. I'm going to find a way. I don't care if it's pocket sand. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to take me over the top against Bo, but I'd take him down.
If you guys haven't seen this commercial, you are going to want to. It's the fight or Jason's training for the Brumate.
It's hard to explain because this thing makes no sense whatsoever.
No, it makes all the sense. And it doesn't make sense for somebody just watching the video. I'm sure it will eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and this is just like owning a beer company is weird because you start to understand commercial structure and how they advertise things and how things are pushed. And like a lot of it comes in like 30-second blocks, 60-second blocks, and how they pay to push it out to people to see it. It's almost like a trailer for the actual full video that we made with Bo and I, where I'm doing more training and there's a little bit more dialogue, but it's mostly just a 80s movie, 90s, early 90s action movie montage. Yeah, we were trying to think of different things and I come up with all sorts of stupid ideas. And I've always loved the movie Bloodsport. In particular, I've loved those old martial arts movies of the 80s and 90s. Like I love all of them.
They're the absolute best.
I was a huge Bloodsport fan. We also, this is kind of like part Bloodsport, part
Beverly Hills
Ninja. Which was another one of our
most opposite action movies ever, but the combination of the two is perfect.
And I couldn't care what Rotten Tomatoes says about Beverly Hills Ninja. That movie is a classic.
It is 90% or more on Rotten Tomatoes, if you ask me.
That's right. And the Kelce vote it is. Well, this is part one. Part two is going to be the actual filming of the Brumate, which will be the creme de la creme fight tournament happening.
I can't wait to see how you do.
And we'll see who finishes with the last beer. I don't know. I like thinking about these old 80s movies and 90s movies. How could we parody them and have fun with it? So this was a lot of fun to put together. Yeah, we filmed it at like a legitimate dojo down in Florida. Sebastian was kind enough, Sensei Sebastian, I think, was kind enough to let us use his dojo and everything he had down there. It was teach me actually how to like do some karate moves, which is pretty awesome.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, you look pretty smooth.
I look terrible, but
no. The video that I saw that I'm not sure everybody has seen yet, you looked like a fucking just like you were in the zone.
Next video, I'm going to be at my peak. That's the way it's going to work.
Well, I can't wait. Jason, have you shown the girls Bloodsport, your girls?
They have not seen Bloodsport. No,
they haven't.
No, I don't think Bloodsport would be that interesting to them.
Are you kidding me? Jean-Claude Van Damme's like the hottest guy on earth.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is hot. He does the splits. I mean, he does the splits better than anybody I've ever seen. Great splits guy. We did recently just watch Miss Congeniality.
Oh, nice. Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, yep.
Shout out to Sandra.
Good movie.
Classic right there. They love it. They were kind of in and out or whatever.
I mean, I don't know how you don't like that movie. It's just a good, feel-good movie, you know? Classic tale of a beauty pageant gone awry with the operator trying to kill everyone because she's being pushed out of it.
Nice.
And the FBI and police getting involved over. Yeah, no. I think we've all heard this story before.
What was the first rated R movie you ever remember watching?
First rated R movie. Oh man. I don't know. What about you? Do you know?
We definitely watched a bunch with Ed. With Big
Did we?
Big Ed.
I would have thought
had to.
Mom was usually more forward thinking, I feel like, in the movies. Dad was not a big show R-rated movies to kids. I didn't think.
The one I remember watching that I didn't even realize was rated R, was American Pie. And that was when we were 10. I feel like I had to have watched a couple before that.
But that was not with Dad. That
wasn't with Mom either. I was just fucking going to the movies. And
you went to the movie theater to see American Pie?
Yeah.
They let you in?
I forget how I got in, but yeah. I might have been there with somebody else's parents. I don't know. Mom might have let me go.
Yeah, I feel like I watched that at the house with Mom. Mom liked our comedies, and she would let us watch our comedies. Dad started letting us watch our action movies, but I felt like it was later. Dad really liked it's so funny thinking back to these comedy heroes or these action heroes. What's the fucking dude that lives in Russia now? Steven Seagal. Dad loved him some Steven Seagal.
Hilarious. I couldn't fucking stand those movies. I don't know what it was about that dude.
There's the one where he gets put in a coma. He gets out of the coma to avenge his these people that killed his family. Great movie. It's really, really good. The one that I still remember sitting with Dad because I just got lost at one of the state fairs. You remember that when I got lost at the state fair and you guys had to come up?
Do I? Of course I do.
So we were sitting down in the movie, I think it was called Shutout. It was either Shutout or Shootout with Jean-Claude Van Damme, where there's a bomb in the ice rink.
Yes.
You remember this movie?
Yes. God damn, you're taking
fucking
me back.
Great. He's there with his son at the game, and he has to save everybody in this arena from this bomb. Very realistic scenario.
Of course.
He tells his son, don't move, and the kid just doesn't move. He just keeps sitting there. And I remember Dad leaning over to me mid-movie and be like, huh, smart kid.
I just had to teach a lesson real quick.
He doesn't go off wandering around like a fucking idiot.
Big Ed. Smart kid. Yeah.
Smart kid.
Take notes.
That's like, Dad, Jean-Claude Van Damme's playing goalie now. None of this movie makes any sense.
That shit was fucking great, though. I was locked in, man.
Had a great glove save there.
We digress. Let's keep this thing moving.
Last bit of new news. We've got a new Masters champion. Trav, did you watch?
Dude, I did, and it was electric. The whole time I was thinking there, oh man, am I going to go to the Masters on Sunday? Am I going to find a way to get down there to watch this epic ending?
I mean, it did not disappoint.
Bryson making a fucking run on Saturday, and then, Justin Rose just trying to hold on, and it was, and then Rory just going up and down, and then just skyrocketing, and then kind of, dude, it was unbelievable. It was so fun to watch. And shout out to Rory. How about that? A career grand slam. There's only been 5 of them before him.
Now 6.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Rory going into it.
Were you?
I was. I actually had money. I had money on Rory. I'm very happy about this. I had very small. I'm not a big gambler, but I did have some wagers on Rory. Listen, Rory seems like an awesome dude. He's accomplished everything in golf outside of this, and he's playing so well right now. So I think everybody's excited about it. Dude, the last day, that might be the most I've sweated watching golf in my life. Right from the get-go.
Really?
But he double bogeys. Bryson is tied. Then Bryson goes up a stroke after 2 or 3 holes, and I'm just like, dude, what? He's collapsing again. I couldn't help but think
it was an emotional roller coaster.
He storms back. He's got a commanding lead.
Dude, insane.
And then, dude, that putt on 18, I'm just like,
a 5 or 6 footer.
Listen, I missed an eagle putt. I've missed an eagle putt right at that list just because you know how much getting an eagle would mean, right? You're sitting there and you're like, I'm going to make this. This is so good. I can't believe it. And you pull it or you push it. I think everybody can relate to that moment. But the fact that he lost to Bryson last year on a very similar putt.
Dude, It had been over 10 years since my dog has won a fucking major. How crazy is that? And that's the putt that you have it in the bag. All you got to do is just make that putt. And bro, you could see him sweating it. Oh my gosh, bro. And then just fucking said, you know what? Enough is enough.
The bounce back was great. And
went into that playoff. Dude, it was so fucking satisfying seeing him go up and down and up and down. And Justin Rose, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going to drain that putt and put the pressure on him. I thought he was going to drain that putt on 18.
What was weird was I was rooting for Rory the whole time. And then the whole story of Justin Rose and how many runner-ups he's had, right? And how close he's been a number of times. It was really just like, man, I don't know who's going to win this. I'm kind of rooting for both. But the moment Rory hit that freaking second shot on the overtime.
Just stuck it.
That was amazing.
Beautiful shot, man.
It did not disappoint. The Masters is always exciting. Probably the most exciting Sunday of Masters golf I've ever seen in my life.
My dog Justin Thomas dropping an ace in there, man. Had a hole in one.
There we go.
During the Masters, that shit has to feel fucking electric. My guy Max Homa getting it going, man. Hasn't necessarily been his years, been knocking on the door, put up a fucking super respectable score. I'm happy as hell he got it going. But yeah, man, it was a fun weekend.
Is there a football equivalent of the Grand Slam? I don't think there is, but we can sure try to make one.
I don't know. I'm biased. I would say something like winning back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't know.
That's where I went to.
I think there's I forget how many teams. I've already forgot.
Small amount of teams.
Yeah. Those dynasties, whatever you want to call them.
Whatever you want to call them.
That's up for you guys. You know, I don't put myself on my Mount Rushmore. Whatever you kids are calling them nowadays.
So good. So good. Yeah, 9 teams. I mean, back-to-back definitely was actually where I went first too. Brandon and Jake have a good one in the rundown. I don't know who put it in here, but MVP, Super Bowl, because it does feel like back-to-back is a team thing. And it feels like Grand Slam is like, what is an individual accomplished multiple things? Pretty much everything you could accomplish at a certain in the NFL. That's like the highest of the NFL.
So where are you going with?
Well, they have MVP, Super Bowl MVP. I would also put up
Walter Payton.
I mean, that's not a career. That's more like off the field stuff. But it's a great one. What about like Rookie of the Year? Like I'm trying to think. What are all the like major milestones of like It's MVP, Offensive or Defensive Player of the Year,
Offensive and Defense Rookie of the Year,
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
How many guys have done that? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
I don't know who's all won everything. So
anybody do any research on that?
I don't fucking do any research. I let you guys research it up.
What's the question? What are you asking?
Have you been listening to anything, Brandon?
It was fucking super clear. What do you do? Okay, we've done some research. We've come back. We're probably going to cut up really weird to you guys, but the NFL MVP, there's been 7 players who have won the NFL MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and led their team to a Super Bowl victory all in one season.
Yes.
7 players have done that in one season. So if we made it an entire career, there'd probably be too many players to compare this to a Grand Slam of golf. So I think that's it. I think it's that. So that's the trifecta.
League MVP, football. Super Bowl MVP, and Super Bowl victory. So
these are the 7 players who have done it. Somebody can add these pictures of Pat Mahomes and
Patty Mahomes,
Terry Bradshaw.
He's won the Grand Slam at such a young age.
He has.
Yeah, it's probably the youngest to ever do it.
He's like Tiger when he won the Grand Slam, right?
We could be like Tiger and his daddy.
Was Tiger the youngest to win a Grand Slam?
Brandon?
It is Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, baby.
At 24 years old. Oh, my God.
He did it before Pat did the trifecta in football.
Oh my God. What the fuck have I done with my life?
It's whatever.
Last Masters things. Lots of fans have been pointing out online how much they enjoyed the Masters banning cell phones. Travis and I have experienced that both ourselves. It's fantastic.
It's awesome, except for they still have like photographers that could take pictures of you and sell it to media outlets.
Oh, I don't care about that portion. I'm just talking about people being present and like actually enjoying the event rather than just like being on their phones.
I thought you were talking about,
I have no problem with people taking my picture. I gave way to that a long time ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'm all in on cell phones. I wanted to I thought it'd be cool to buy a bar and say no cell phones. Get back to just talking to people.
Yeah.
I'm in on the no cell phones. And I'm too addicted to my cell phone to where if there's not a rule, I'm going to be on my cell phone. So I need a rule to tell me to get up off my cell phone. This is an awesome tweet from Charles Robinson. One of the coolest parts of this moment when Rory won it is seeing the crowd. Everybody is actually watching it through their eyeballs and not just a bunch of phones and cameras pointed at them. I agree, man. And maybe it's just because I'm old.
Except for the guys with the cameras right there.
Yeah, but those are press people. Or you bring in a camera. You can bring a camera in. That's completely different.
Is that right? You can bring a camera in?
I don't think it's about the cameras. It's a little bit about the cameras, but like
I think it's definitely about the cameras.
Well, it's the cameras. It's about being present. It's about
being on the phone, and all right.
It's also like anytime, like anything big is happening, everybody's just holding their phones up rather than just being in the moment. I think it's different to me, but I'm also probably just an old curmudgeon. I think it's one thing that the Masters for sure. Among the thousands of things the Masters gets right, this is one of them. And I wish more events would do it like this.
Yeah.
All right. That does it for new news, brought to you by American Express.
Yes, sir. Thanks to our presenting sponsors, Suave Men.
All right, Trav, sweatiest moment of your life. Go.
St. Joe Training Camp 2013. It was the hottest, sweatiest, hardest working, most ridiculous day of my life.
Let's be real. When you're sweating like that, you need something strong to keep you fresh.
That's why we're talking about new Suave Men's deodorant.
Love it.
More sweat-stopping power than the number one brand out there. So no matter what's making you sweat, you're covered.
In the scents, we got some pretty good ones. Ocean Charge, Stress Protect, Active Sport. Whether you want to smell fresh, stay cool, or power through, Suave's got you covered. Best part? No overpriced nonsense. Just strong protection that actually works for under $3. Wow, that's actually insane.
Smell good, stay dry, and don't be the guy everyone avoids in the locker room. That's a winning game plan right there.
Cut the bullshit out of your routine with new Suave Men's deodorant. Available now at retailers nationwide. Thank you to our partner, the Farmer's Dog.
Hey, you know what time it is?
Dog time!
It's time for a fresh approach to dog food, and that's exactly where the Farmer's Dog comes in.
These guys have created human-grade dog food developed by board-certified nutritionists. We're talking real meat and veggies, gently cooked to keep all those nutrients intact.
Let's be honest, traditional pet food is super processed, and who knows if you're serving the right amount, right?
It's true.
The Farmer's Dog has totally changed the game with their freshly made food.
They handle all the guesswork by portioning your dog's meals based on their specific nutritional needs. Just grab a pre-portioned pack, serve, and boom! Your dog gets exactly what they need to stay healthy and happy.
The best part, they deliver straight to your door and automatically send new food when you're running low. Plus, they got real people available 24/7 for customer support because sometimes you've got burning dog food questions at 2 a.m. in the morning.
You get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/new heights. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to thefarmersdog.com/new heights to get 50% off. That's thefarmersdog.com/new heights. We've got a lot of big matchups heading into this week's slate of games. Brandon, let's have you construct a pick set on DraftKings Pick 6 with your favorite picks for the weekend. To create a pick set, you choose just 2 or more players and select whether they'll have more or less than a certain stat and play for huge cash prizes. That's it.
That's it? It's that easy, Jason Kelce? Here's what Jake and I had a lot of fun with last year. Doing little tiny picks in these little stat lines. So I'm going to go DeMar DeRozan less a half a steal. And I'm going to do Zach LaVine less 2.5 turnovers.
That's a great start. You can also select other players like Jokic to have more or less than that same number of points. Let's pick one more for this week. Do you think Anthony Davis will have more or less than 8.5 rebounds?
I'll go more on 8.5 rebounds. I'll do that for you.
We're just sharing 2 picks today, but you can make your whole pick set on the Pick 6 app now. And if you get all 6 picks correctly, you can minimum 25 times your cash. Dunk on your competition, and it might be worth 500 times your cash. That's the type of upside Pick 6 provides. Now that everyone knows about some of the awesome picks that are available on DraftKings Pick 6, you're ready for the games. Those of you who haven't checked them out yet can get new customer offers. All new customers who pay $5 will get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Available in most states, including Texas, California, and Missouri. Get in on the action now. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and sign up using promo code New Heights, Pick 6, and Pick Upside. NFL offseason. We are officially in offseason training mode. It's a little bit weird at this time of the year because OTAs are about to start up. I think they might have started up for some teams. Other teams are getting gearing, but it's officially in the Instagram workout season where people are posting.
Well, that's the entire offseason.
It's true. It's true. My man Cooper DeJean and Ryan Clark had this back and forth on social media. Coop gave Ryan the shush at the top of the break.
He loved the shush.
Ryan couldn't keep up with it. My guy RC.
You absolutely loved the shush.
Look at that back pedal. I mean, in fairness to Ryan, he's not in cleats, which he's trying to keep up with somebody in cleats. That's going to be a tough task.
Well, no, Ryan, do you understand how DB drills work? Ryan is working the drill as a coach, and
right.
he's making sure that Cooper stays with him and stuff like that. He was trying to make a break. He wasn't necessarily trying to keep up with Cooper.
Why not? But he's trying to give him a cut.
DeJean was trying to keep up. Yeah, exactly.
I think either way, Ryan's in tennis shoes. It's hard to cut for those of you that try and do this without cleats on. It's a difficult task. Coop looks pretty good, though.
Yeah. He's working with the best, man.
Yeah, Instagram workout videos. This is an example of a good one to post. I never really liked the Instagram posts from most guys because I feel like a lot of it is just like there's just so many guys that I know that have gone in, done curls, taken a picture, and then walked up out of the gym.
Really?
And it's like, did you? Oh, yeah. It's like, man, oh, okay. And then you see it on Instagram. I don't know that you really got a lot out of that workout, bud. That's my own 2 cents on it. Not a huge fan of the Instagram workouts. There's another reason I hate Instagram. I think there's a lot of snake oil salesmen on social media that fucking have awful programs that top guys go to that are highly successful because top guys are ridiculously skilled players, and that this guy is not a good player or a good trainer to go to for the vast majority of players.
Yeah, man, you got to vet it, man. But also you got to do what works for you. Because obviously, if you're a great fucking player and you're going to a decent trainer or just an average trainer, you better be getting the most out of what you're doing regardless, you know?
I think what you just said is you got to do what works for you. And I think what works when you play in the league for a long time, you start to develop the habits that make you your optimum self. It's hard to know what's in the best interest of everybody. Players usually figure it out that are really good, that play for a long time and have longevity. There's a lot of guys that don't figure it out and they never reach their potential, or a lot of guys that focus on the wrong stuff, or they go to too many places and then they're getting hurt all the time. I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, you got to trust what works for you, what translates the best and is making you a better player.
Yeah. The first things first, you got to be real with yourself. You got to be real with yourself. What do I lack at? Where do I need to improve?
Right.
And then you have to be real with yourself and how hard you have to work to be better at that.
Yeah.
And I think, once you find those 2 questions, you start finding an answer for it. You start to look for and seek for the best ways to get that done. And, that's the professionalism. Those are the routines and the off-season routines that you have to set for yourself to be able to be, the best you can be.
Right. Other NFL offseason news. Max Crosby is officially the first active NFL player to be named assistant GM of a college football team. How about that?
Assistant GM.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Max out here doing some big shit. Eastern Michigan, alma mater.
Yeah. There's something about being the GM where it feels like it's too much of a, listen, I'll be the help recruiter guy, but calling me GM is dude, I'm not making it that official title or I'm committed to this like that. You know what I mean?
It sounds like Max is, man. I mean, I hear you.
I mean, he definitely is. I think that that's the case. That's why this is so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Going back to the MAC, baby.
This is what college sports has turned into. Like, the reality is, like, all of these schools now are going to these big name players to help with recruiting, NIL deals, garner attention around it, and to have really high caliber players tied into the organization. It uplifts them, right? We saw Andrew Luck do something similar out in Stanford. Max taking it to the next level by being an active player and doing this. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how this affects Eastern Michigan's ability to recruit and sign players and all that other stuff. I am doing something with Cincinnati. We're still figuring out what that role is. I kind of wanted to be in charge of like team spirit. I'm a team spirit kind of guy.
You are, dude. You just lifted my spirit by saying that. All
I want to do is like, how can we make the experience better on game day?
You're just going to be the mascot.
I don't want to be the mascot. I want to give resources to the student section to just have a fucking fun ass time.
You would be a fucking stud as a mascot, dude.
Before we get out of off season, we did have one voicemail I wanted to play.
All right, before we get out of off season.
No, I teed it up. I got it. I nailed it.
Are you being recorded right now?
Yeah.
You record yourself?
I record myself and I watch it back. I grind tape.
Hey guys, so I'm calling on behalf of my friend Angela in the Touchdowns and Tea, our Swiftie group.
Okay.
And she wanted to ask about how rookies and veterans handle the offseason differently, and how they like just give. And if you had any advice to give to like the rookies as they came in to don't do anything dumb. So so basically, what would you do differently from when you're a rookie to like now? Obviously, having the experience for both of you, I guess. All right, thank you. Big fan. Go Chiefs. Not so much Eagles, and go Colts. Thank you.
All right, well, fuck off.
Jesus.
Not so much Eagles. It's a great question. I think that it definitely changes as you get older. One of the things that changes is that you just have to do more stuff the older you get to like get ready to go.
We're just trying to maintain the peak athleticism that you got, and you got to find that routine.
You can't do as much workload because your body can't handle as much. And then you can't just get into it. You got to warm up more. So it just becomes harder to finish. I mean, it just becomes harder and it becomes more of a grind, to be honest with you. Like getting old and trying to play in the NFL becomes really, really hard to navigate from like a body and like a physicality standpoint.
Warm up counts as the workout now.
I never, dude, when I was young,
I didn't warm up much at all. Just fucking
let's go put the 315 on the, put the weight on the bar and let's go, baby.
I got to do fucking floor exercise. I got to do calisthenics.
I got to put this lacrosse ball into my tailbone. Otherwise I can't fucking squat. Dude, it's the reality of it. So I think you got to do more soft tissue stuff, which I always hated soft tissue. I never understood why people did it. And then you get older and you're like, oh, this is why people do soft tissue stuff. You know, I'm still not a big stretcher, and I think that that's hurting me a lot, but it's so hard to get on the page with that.
Why is it so hard, Jason?
Because I just I don't believe in stretching, and I think I need to start. I need to start.
What are you, a flat earther? You just, I don't believe in it.
I think it's bad for muscle elasticity to do like static stretching. I'm a functional movement stretcher by nature.
Yeah, but stretching, whether you're static or functional. I hear you.
No, but I need to do the stuff that's like, I need my ass and back to relax. And I need to do like just this over and over again and sit in stretch poses, and I just can't get to it.
Nah, I'm out.
I think the biggest thing is as you get older, you just realize kind of what works, and you get into a routine and you become much more efficient at working out. When you're younger, you're a kid in a candy shop. You're trying everything. You're hearing stuff from people that are doing stuff over here, different veterans that you're leaning on, trainers and coaches, and you're more kind of all over the place with your training. And once you've done that enough as a player, I think you fall in line to like, this is what works for me. This is what I respond really well with and what gets me to play the best. And then you hit another phase of your career where like, oh, what I've been doing for the last like 10 seasons. Now I need to do all this other stuff. And that's when it becomes really hard because you have to like do all these other things so that your body still can do the things that it once did. And that's where the kind of progression for me, at least it was in my career.
I think, yeah, you hit it on the head. When you're a rookie, you could just get up and go.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't know. My first couple of years, I was dealing with injuries. So I was in Kansas City and I was working on rehab and I was working on strengthening a lot of things more than I was working on my overall game. You know, everybody's different, but at the same time, we kind of mentioned it before this. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be, you know, hard on yourself, your own worst critic on what you got to get better at. And the entire off season, you know, you need that yin and yang of like professional life and non-professional life and being able to have that happy medium because the grind of the season is 6 months. If you're lucky, it's 6 months, but it is a 6-month grind of you're going into the facility, having the same exact day, every single Monday, every single Tuesday, you know what I mean? So you want to be able to get away from the game so that it's fresh when you come back in and you feel that excitement and motivation. Like it's the first day of school or something. So I always tell people, be real with yourself, figure out exactly what you need to do, find what that means in terms of how you're going to get better at that and achieve that. And then on top of that, get away from the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go out there and see something you haven't seen before, or, you know, go to a new place or take that vacation with your family. Go step away, recharge, get that going, because it's only going to make you work harder and feel more refreshed and ready to go when you come back. Yeah, dude,
I agree with all that 100%.
It was like 7 or 8 years in a row where I had off-season surgery.
It might have been blessings for us because it like, I don't know, man. It like kind of like forces you to
be in the fucking building. I know that. I would have been fucking out of here.
Right. Especially as a young player.
Man, what? I'm finally, you know, got
money and
$1 in my pocket.
As my man,
money, time.
Dude, as I was about to say, as my man Charles Barkley says, bro, you got somebody with the money and time and bad habits. It ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, Chuck. No,
I love that line. All righty, since we are coming up on the NFL draft, we wanted to do some drafting of our own. That's right. We're back with the New Heights mock draft. The last one I think we did was on Easter candy, it looks like.
Damn, that was last year.
I know it's been a while, but happy to be back at it. I always love doing these. These are fun. Just a reminder, it is snake draft format, which means that one of us will go first, then the other person will go, then that person will go first, then the other person will go, then that person will go first. So it kind of works its way down like a snake. We're going to do 5 rounds. Topic, bucket list events. These are events that neither of us have been to.
So we can't say something like the Masters, which is a lot of people's bucket list event because we've already been there.
Got it. All right. I think that makes sense. Do you want to do the honors or shall I?
So the first round obviously has to be like our number one, like the one we desire the most.
You want to take something that I can't, should be your goal here.
Gosh. Well, now it's just a game of what does Jason want?
I'm going to be playing the same game on your end.
You don't fucking know what I want. I want everything.
You're right. You're so much more inside of my head than I'm inside of yours. It's ridiculous.
What does Jason want to do? No, bucket list item. Bucket list event. I would say with the first pick of my bucket list event draft, I want to go. Yeah, it's a lot harder. I should have been writing shit down. All right, you go first if you have one.
Running of the Bulls. I've always wanted to do it. I've wanted to run with the Bulls. This is a huge bucket list item for Jason. All right, now you get to go twice.
I don't want to fucking do that. I'm so glad you took that. All right, if you're going to go a random one you want to do, I'll do, I've always wanted to go to the F1 race in Monaco.
Nice.
Always wanted to do that ever since we were playing those racing games at the arcade when we were kids. Man,
those are fun. Gosh, yeah. What else are you going with?
One you've already done. So I could just wait till the 5th round for that.
It's a good strategy.
I'm going with, for my second pick, the Champions League final. I've always wanted to go to a huge soccer game and the best soccer in the world and see the best teams in the world go at it. And put it on my bucket list.
All right. I'm going to ask your help on this next one because I don't know what its name is, but I know you know what the name is because you just watched it on Netflix. What's the horse race that happens in Italy?
I don't know.
In the
it's
streets?
the Paialo or something like that, or it might be in something like that. I don't know. I think that's wrong. I don't think that.
But it's something
think you
like
need to
that.
say yes. That when you said running the bulls, my mind immediately went there.
All right. I'm going to put that as my second round pick.
It is that, yeah.
Nice.
You got to say it, Jason.
Palio di Siena? That doesn't sound right. Is that it?
It's 100% it. That shit's, I mean, everything looks
It looked
awesome.
electric as fuck.
Yeah.
It looked like a great time.
Yeah.
They're just in the middle of like some Italian village. I'm fucking so down for that. Second, I get the next pick. I'm going to steal this one from you because I know you want to do it. I'm going to go to, I don't even know if this is what it's called, whatever the darts international championship is with the British guy saying 180. I want to go there.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
That one. That should have been our first. I'm an idiot.
All right. Where are you going? PDC World Championships.
I'm going with motherfucker. What is that shit called? You probably don't even want to do this, but I want to do this. The Ascot races in London.
What are those?
It's like equivalent to what the Derby would be in.
Oh, dude,
America,
I'm so down
there.
for that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't know about it though.
Oh, I definitely don't know what it is, but I'm in. All right. What's your next pick?
What's my next pick? Is it for fourth round?
Fourth round?
Oh, I've always wanted to go to like the fucking, what are they called? The Red Bull like derby racing, the derby carts, where they go off of the edge. I forget what it's called.
They got to fly as long as possible.
Yes,
I think Bo Allen did it last year.
I think they have something like the X Games, but for like random events like that. I could be wrong about this, but
Flutog is what that one is called. I think Bo Allen did it last year. All right, I get two more picks. My last two picks. I'm going to go and get into the winter. I'm going Winter Olympics. I've been to the Summer Olympics. Winter Olympics is high up there. We went to the Winter X Games a few years back, and I'm like, man, this was awesome. There's something about being in cold that I just love being a part of. So the next one, I'm going and I'm staying cold, and I'm doing the Iditarod.
Oh, you have to explain it.
Which is, I think it's the longest like dog racing event in the world. And they do like these sled dogs, and they got to go all up and down Alaska.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember the movie Balto?
No.
I think he has something to do with it. Anyways, I'm in on the Iditarod.
Nice. I was just going to say the Olympics in general because I haven't been to the Olympics, but I guess I got to say the Summer Olympics.
It was awesome. You're going to love it when you get to go.
Nice. Well, everybody tell us who won that one or who got the better draft.
I was also thinking about Ryder Cup and the Open. Ryder Cup would be electric. I've heard from so many people. And then the Open, I've been to the Masters. I've done the U.S. Open. The Open would be pretty awesome to go over there.
Nice.
Especially if it's just like St. Andrews or something like that. Damn.
Yeah. Another one for me would be the World Cup. I haven't been to the World Cup yet.
I've done that down in Brazil. That was awesome. Big time recommend it.
I'll be doing it next year, 2026, Kansas City, Missouri, baby. Let's fucking go.
Is Kansas City a host city?
Yeah, it is.
So is Philly. How about that?
For Kansas City to be, Midwest town, we had enough stadiums. Shout out to
the Hunts, whoever is
the Hunts. Brittany Mahomes has a stadium here as well.
Are they playing the game? What stadium are they playing the games at?
Arrowhead, for sure.
Not going to lie, I think I won this pretty hands down.
Running of the Bulls.
Is somebody really going to say they'd rather go watch fucking F1 Monaco than a bunch of bulls run over people? Like, what person in their right mind doesn't want to see people get decapitated by bulls? I don't understand.
I don't think, Jason, there's like one clip of like the bulls hitting somebody that you've
you're
seen.
Out of your mind.
I don't think it happens all the time.
It happens every year, Travis.
No, I know it happens every year, but I don't think like bulls are just like mowing down thousands of people like you make it seem like. You see one video of it every year and it's like one person gets smoked.
I think the fact that you get to participate, Here's the difference. F1 Monaco, they ain't putting me in an F1 car and I'm not going around that track. Running of the Bulls, because I'm not an F1 driver. I don't drive for Team Ferrari.
That doesn't mean you can't get in the car and drive
Alpine. I don't drive, so I can't run in the race. Running of the Bulls, I can just go there. Anybody can go participate in the race.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're willing to.
You're not about to act like I'm a coward because I don't want to do that.
I just think it sounds more fun. It sounds way more exciting.
You got me on the Palio.
That shit seems exciting, doesn't it?
That looks exciting and it looks fun, and there's a winner.
Yeah. All right. What about Darts League versus Ascot? I'll give you Ascot race. I do want to see the Darts League, but Ascot races are probably a bigger event.
The fluke tag
Winter Olympics.
I might have lost the draft on that one, but I do want to do that.
It does sound fun. I mean, I want to go.
If there's more events around the entire Red Bull stuff that weekend, I fuck that. Whoever said fluke tag, because I said the Red Bull event. More.
I just don't know how's Accelerator going to feel about you freaking.
Well, we need to get a fucking event like that. Damn it. And Accelerator uses healthy, not necessarily organic, but natural,
plant-based.
Accelerator uses sustained energy with plant-based thermogenics. Red Bull doesn't fucking do that. They just got a really fucking fun event called the Fluke Tag.
Good timing. Really just perfect product placement.
Oh, cotton candy, baby.
We got to do some events with Garage Beer. Garage Beer is we got to latch on, I don't know if it's, hobby horsing or whatever it is, but let's celebrate people's fandoms, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. Well, those are our lists. 92%ers. Let us know your lists and who you think wins.
Before we get to our convo with the cap expert, time for a couple no dumb questions, because there's no such thing as dumb questions, just dumb people. All right, here we go. Our no dumb question is from Christy, Tay's servant. Okay. If you had to swap lives with one of your podcast guests for 48 hours, who would you pick and what would you do? I got my answer. Who you got?
Well, if you have your answer, why don't you go? Because I don't know what my answer is yet.
My answer is LeBron James, because I want to play in the NBA. I've always wanted to play in the NBA. A dream that I've always had as a kid. And I would love to know what that dream actually feels like. And to be able to jump as high as he can and slam the ball in the basketball hoop as hard as he can. I would also love to know what that feels like as well.
Man, are we swapping with them right now or swapping with them in their prime?
I think it's right now, bud.
Well, if it's right now, I guess probably go Adam Sandler.
The Sandman.
I'd probably go Sandman.
That's a good one.
I mean, it's a tough one because I'd go with any of the comedy guys that we've had on, because I just think it seems like such fun lives and being able to be creative and bring things to life. So either him, Will Ferrell, Stiller, any of those guys, Sudeikis. I think, and I also think like that, to have that kind of mind would be fun to think about for 48 hours. If it's anybody in the prime, though, I'm going Arnold.
Damn, we've had some guests, man.
Arnold in his prime, dude. I mean, it's hard to go anything better than that.
Just be useful.
Be useful, Arnold. All righty. That's it for No Dumb Questions. You can submit No Dumb Questions in the comments on social or give us a call at 929-399-7260. That's 929-399-7260.
Now a moment brought to you by American Express.
Trav, what's your restaurant vibe?
What's my restaurant vibe? I like a good steakhouse. I do. I like a steakhouse or like a burger diner.
I mean, I am in on burger places.
Yeah.
Burger diners.
I love burgers. Well, no matter your vibe, with Amex Platinum, you get access to global dining access by Resy when you add your Platinum card to your Resy profile.
So you can experience some of the hottest restaurants with access to exclusive reservations and even be notified when hard to get reservations open up.
Ooh, that's the powerful backing of American Express.
For full terms and to learn more, visit americanexpress.com/withAmex. Thank you to our partner, Accelerator. Ooh, look at that party.
A little new news from Accelerator. They just dropped some awesome new flavor called Cotton Candy. That's right, with Livy Dunn. How about that?
Ooh.
The amazing gymnast out of LSU just dropped her signature flavor, Cotton Candy. And I tell you what, it is fucking delicious. I just drank 2 of them, and I am wired and my taste buds are satisfied. We filmed some content with Accelerator last year and got to hang out, and she couldn't be nicer. And that's the honest truth. So big shout out to her and her new flavor. Jason, have you tried it yet?
I haven't. I have it upstairs. My cousin loves Accelerator, and she made me promise that I'd give her a cotton candy, so I'm actually saving it for her.
Nice.
And the best part, drum roll, please. This is big savings for the next 2 days through Friday, April 18th. You can get $10 off on Amazon when you go and buy a case of Cotton Candy Accelerator. It's clinically proven and uses 0 sugar and 100% natural caffeine to provide the sustained energy to help accelerate your day. Go stock up today on Amazon.com. Thank you to our partner, Allstate.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check your gas tank before heading to your morning commute?
Yeah, like to check if you have your keys first before shutting your front door.
Like to check if you've saved a big project first before closing your laptop?
Like to check if you packed your running shoes first before heading to the gym. That'll get you.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, though, subject in terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Companies and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's now time for Dumb Questions with Cap expert Jake Rosenberg.
Because there's no such thing as dumb questions unless you're dumb people.
Yeah, unless you're us and you're talking to somebody who's an expert. We've always wanted to get to talking to some people with actual knowledge in the NFL level to, one, expand our knowledge, but also for you 92%ers out there that want to learn more about the NFL and everything that happens within it. So we put a question out to you. How many of you would be interested in a salary cap episode? There was a lot of interest, so we're bringing on a salary cap expert. Our guest today is former Eagles Vice President of Football Administration, Jake Rosenberg. Welcome, Jake Rosenberg.
Jake. Yeah, Jake.
What's
Thank
up,
you.
Jake? How we doing?
Great. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome to the show, Jake. Please introduce yourself to the 92%ers.
Yeah, what is it? What is your job? What is the VP of football administration? What does that job title include?
It's a cap guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it probably varies all over the league. For me, I worked real closely with Howie on ultimately everything pertaining to the roster, but most importantly, overseeing all the contract negotiations, dealing with all the agents, making sure we were never over the cap, and a lot of the planning on that side. So anything that involves money in the players, not the business stuff, not budgeting, but just all of the aspects of paying players, negotiating those contracts.
Are you excited to make the salary cap fun and interesting for our guests?
It's an incredible challenge.
All right. Well, let's start off with this. First question. What is the salary cap?
So the salary cap, simply put, is just a limit on what every team can spend to pay their players.
Okay.
Now, that might sound like a budget, except there are rules that differ from a normal budget. So there is cash, what you pay your players in a given year, and then there's the way it's accounted for. And that's what the salary cap is. That's where we start getting into the fun.
How does it differ from accounted for and unaccounted for?
There are the easiest, the most commonly used factors. There's certain ways to pay players, like a signing bonus, or certain ways to guarantee money. And then that prorates, meaning you split that up equally over the life of the contract. So to make it as simple as possible, if you give a player a $10 million signing bonus, it's a 5-year contract. That would count 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, even though the player got 10.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes
So
sense.
a player could get 10 in cash, but there's only 2 accounted for of that signing bonus in a year.
How does that affect how teams navigate what they are allowed to spend within a given year?
Within this, there's strategy, right? If you don't use any of that proration, let's say you don't use that at all, you choose to count every single penny you spend on a player in this year, and the salary cap for the sake of this exercise, we'll just say, is $250 million. You would be limited to spending $250 million paid out to players in a year. However, because you're able to prorate, if you wanted to spend significantly more than $250 million in a year, you could. And teams' desire to spend more and how much more, it determines their strategy to some extent on how much they want to use that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And so as you spend more than the 250, you're sort of accounting out into the future.
Yeah.
Right. Without getting too into the weeds, how do you navigate how much money you're willing to put out into the future, which player, because all of this money that we just said is prorated, is essentially guaranteed, even though there's different levels of guarantee. How do you decide how much you're willing to say, like, hey, we're going to spend this much in cash, but in the future, this is going to hurt us, versus how much we want to be strict to the budget this year, I guess?
This process would vary at different teams, I imagine. And ultimately, there's somebody owns the team and someone is making a determination on how much they are willing to spend in a given year. Even though there's 32 very large, very valuable, $5-6 billion at a minimum clubs, each owner makes that determination on their own and gives it to their football operation, and their general manager, cap guy, etc., would figure out how to do that and how to create a sustainable strategy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right? If that makes sense.
It does.
So in terms of the prorate system, a guy signs a $10 million signing bonus. They prorate it over the next, 5 years of the contract, 2. That $10 million is the signing bonus. So you get it there, or do you get paid as the prorate?
Right. The payment of the signing bonus is completely independent of the accounting of the signing bonus.
Got you.
From a salary cap standpoint.
Correct. Mm-hmm. There are teams who defer signing bonuses even in cash out past a year or more.
Out past a year? I've never heard of that.
That exists.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess one of them would be that happened in baseball with Ohtani's, right? That's like a max, like a whole nother level of deferred payment.
Ohtani's, that whole deferral thing. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, we all know what that really is.
There's no salary cap in baseball.
For sure.
Why there's a salary cap is precisely
to avoid
baseball to a large extent.
So who does the cap benefit more?
The cap benefit, you're saying more for players versus team?
Yeah, players versus team. Is it
clearly team?
Yeah,
I don't think there's a question about that. But I would also say that it also benefits the fans to a large extent, because
it makes it more fair.
If not for a salary cap, not to say this is 100%. It's not the wealthiest owners necessarily are going to spend the most cash. That actually is not really the case, Dallas.
Wow. Okay.
But I think that it does maintain some competitive balance, where if Green Bay would be a smaller market, New York a larger market, it ensures that there's not a huge competitive issue between those teams.
I'll ask this. A lot of this debate came up when the Cincinnati Bengals essentially allocated over $300 million to the three players on the offense, or more than that, a fuck ton of money to three players on the offense.
Fuck ton. Yep.
Fuck ton. Precise.
I really want to know, when those contracts come out and it hits the TV world and it hits the media world, and you see the guarantees and you see how much the cap is, and you see what is the most bullshit number that you could see come across the ticker.
Yeah. The most bullshit, tied for bullshit, because it's basically the same, is the average and the total of the deal.
They're nonsense, right?
And most of the time, correct. And the reason that that's all bullshit, it all goes back to one simple thing, is that without money explicitly being guaranteed or being negotiated to be guaranteed within the deal, it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
So when they throw out a total, inevitably that includes a whole bunch of unguaranteed money, which, depending on how far into the future, what type of player, the age of the player, all that, may have next to no probability that they ever see it.
Yeah.
How much of these numbers are manipulated by agents and or teams to make it appear publicly like a player is a top paid player, but the reality of such is that it's not that contract?
Teams don't have a lot of incentive to manipulate the numbers.
Except for to make the player happy.
Maybe make him happy, right? Like,
yeah, like you guys made Jason happy his last contract.
Jason, are you saying that your last contract was bullshit? Is that what
I'm very happy with the contracts I've signed, actually.
I went back and looked.
Yeah.
We signed, you and I, 8 contracts. My name and your name were on together.
Hey,
2014 forward.
Yeah, baby.
Now you're a rookie deal. That was a year before I got there.
That's good shit right there. Shout out to Jay Bernstein, man.
One of those deals, I don't know if you remember this, we signed on the hood of my car in the parking lot of one of my son's baseball practices.
Outside of the baseball
that's
practice.
That's the way Jason does things. All right, that doesn't. He wears flip-flops in the winter. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. He's like, oh, yeah, wherever.
I think you're on your way to the airport, and it was like an indoor place. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I hear a few kids and murmurs. They're like, is that Jason Kelce in the window? And I was like, oh, God. And I ran outside, and we signed it on the hood of my car.
I remember that. That was awesome.
Everyone thinks there's this luxury. Jay flew Jason in on a plane and he got, walked into the office of the owner. No, just meet me at the ballpark over here while my kid's playing. That's so funny.
So going back to like what you said about the bullshit, because I think this is good to talk about.
Yeah.
The difference between fully guaranteed, partially guaranteed, and then the complete bullshit that we're talking about makes it like almost impossible to know what the actual deal is unless you know more than just the average and the total.
You would have to see legitimately the deal in front of you to know the ins and outs of it. Yeah.
When they say fully guaranteed, I think it's safe to say that that legitimately is fully guaranteed. But once you get past that, anything goes. And a lot of times they'll also not even is it just not guaranteed, but they will include money that is based on incentives. And the incentives could be very practical and possible to something totally ridiculous and out of left field that's even less likely to be earned than just the salary.
Right. What's an example of something that's fully guaranteed? An example of something that would say guaranteed, but really isn't guaranteed?
Correct. So this is where we got to be a little careful to not make people's eyes start glazing over here.
Yeah.
Fully guaranteed literally means unless you totally fuck up and where you've done something very wrong and basically your guarantees go away, you're going to get that money.
Yeah. There's nothing to do with on-field performance. This is more like there's something like a crime committed or an injury
it could be
or
a lot of different
off the
things,
field.
Suspended for a violation of a bunch of policies, stuff like that.
Yes.
There's such a thing called injury guarantees, right?
Yes. Injury
Guarantees, if they have no other guarantees that go with them, don't really help all that much.
Injuries.
Because the reality is most players' injuries do not last long enough from one season to the next where you can't find a spot where the player's healthy and to cut them. So that would be when something just has an injury guarantee, it's not all that protective.
Interesting.
If that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
When you see average fans of the NFL on any of these social medias say that the cap is not real, how close and true is that?
I think that's more true for some teams than others, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
I think the truth is if all you cared about was winning every game, was really winning was singularly the most important thing. Your owner was committed to spending balls to the wall, crazy cash all the time, and you were just going to be super aggressive. I think that's largely the case.
Yeah.
You may eventually get yourself into some real trouble.
Right.
But I think for other teams, they don't want to be in that situation. They're a lot more, I don't know if responsible or cheap. Both of those are words you could use.
In the eye of the beholder.
If the average fan wants to sound smarter on social media or in conversation, what are the terms that they should be focusing on and learning?
There we go.
Well, I think anytime they talk about a contract, they should look to see how much is guaranteed. because that gives an element of like how authentic those numbers are.
Nice.
I think they should be careful when you see, just to go back, these big numbers are put out by agents largely. And then the agents are in a super competitive recruiting environment to try to get more players. Yeah, they think it helps them to say, hey, look what I got so-and-so, look what I got so-and-so.
Yep.
Even if it never is intended to work that way. And teams will help them in ways where it helps get a deal done.
Yep.
This is as an example, if an agent feels like he needs to get a player to a certain number so it looks better, and realistically this player is only going to play 2 years, you may do a 3 or 4 year deal, and those year 3 and year 4 may be significantly higher.
Right.
The old prorate. Yeah.
Backloaded contracts.
But like this is where you're basically playing off the fact that this isn't guaranteed money.
Right.
So if it goes 5-5, 2020, now it's a 4-year, $50 million deal, where realistically it's only a 2-year, $10 million deal.
Exactly. That's a great example. That's well put, that people can hold on to.
Don't believe everything you read, kids.
So, right. Free agency, when you see 4-year, $50 million deal with $10 million guaranteed, you should say bullshit.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Good deal. I want to be very clear, though. I've done a lot of deals with Jake. As you said, I'm very happy with all those deals. Jason Bernstein, if you're paying attention, you did a great job.
Jay Byrne.
Yeah, we got one more here.
Yeah, one more. Does college football need a salary cap?
Oh, man. There is effectively a salary cap coming in terms of rev share, depending on this settlement being approved or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I think college football does need a salary cap if they want to stay competitive, where, you have more than one conference or two conferences that are competing at the highest level.
Because the big schools are eventually going to be able to just pay for these kids. Yeah, that makes sense.
My big thing, though, with college football, too, is I feel like this idea of the portal opening up every 2 times a year, and there's got to be like some type of contract signed on the player's behalf. They have too much power. We've reverted to like the complete opposite of what was the case, which everybody can acknowledge what was the case was not fair at all.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dude, there needs to be some type of commitment here from the player's side for like a 2 to 3 year contract. And I don't know what that is, but that just seems like it makes sense to me on something that would be something fair for both sides of what's happening in college sports.
Yeah, it's a crazy, you think about in the NFL and the good teams and the continuity of the best players. In college now you have 2 portals. One portal, the winter portal, opens while bowl season is still like in full swing. So you have players coming and going. And now you're in spring portal time, where some of the players who signed or stayed in the winter and took money are now like all they've done is participated in the spring, and now they're already out the door.
It's crazy.
And you have coaches who are still trying to win games, like the basketball portal opened while the NCAA tournament was still going on. And so coaches are recruiting new players, losing existing players, and still trying to win tournament games.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, hopefully they figure it out. All right? Jake, thank you for coming on, dog.
Yeah,
we appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys.
That shit was fun, man.
Is there anything else that we missed that you think is pertinent for people to understand about salary cap or any of this stuff?
I mean, this was like, a fraction of 1%. I'm sure there's more stuff. But, as far as how teams manage and player, this is largely the case. I mean, I think that's why in the beginning of free agency, when you guys start talking about all this, it's hard to just take surface level numbers. And the people who report on all this stuff, they're trying to get information, and they get information by having good relationships with agents. And so there isn't necessarily like competitive balance there either. It's a system, and it's a machine, and everyone sort of has some vested interest. Yeah, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, like everything else in life, I guess.
There you go.
All right, Jake, thanks so much for hopping on.
Appreciate you, brother.
That wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you to Jake Rosenberg for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to a new episode of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Suave Men. That's right, that no nonsense. That's what you're looking for right there.
Special announcement, we will be back Friday with a special guest episode. You're not going to want to miss this. NBA playoffs starting. It's a fun one. Do you want me to tease who it is?
I just did.
Oh, okay.
Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Thanks to our production and crew, as always. You're going to have your hands full for this one. And to the 92 Pretenders for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. You see my Lumen computer?
That's fucking sick. Oh, I'm jealous.
They sent me a senior refiner Audi gifting memo.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got some gifts in there. It's pretty sweet. From my inner. My inner is he seems to be very active.
Do you have an innie?
Yeah, Jason.
You have an innie?
Is this my innie or is this my Audi? Are we just living in a simulation?
Where would your innie be on the field? You turn into the innie, Travis Kelce?
Ooh, that would be my innie, even though I remember my last game. So no, it can't be my innie.
Unfortunately, the pain has not been erased.
Yeah, exactly.